Welcome to Show Off Saturdays. On this Show Off Saturday, I'm showing off two different bundles of games that were turned into me for store credit today. Now, this is going to be two different batches from two different people, but the total amount is $220 that I paid in store credit, not cash. So, starting to the left here, this is one customer, and they turned in PS2 Big Game Hunter, Resistance Fall of Man, Wheel of Fortune, which is one actually that I had sold to them, I believe, because that is my sticker. So a lot of these turn-ins are actually ones that they had played, I guess got their goodie out of and turned in. Then we have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? This is the third edition, the rarest edition. Actually, I don't think it's really a rare game at all. Red Dead Redemption. Originally was $54.99. Crazy to think how much these games were once upon a time. And that also might be a bitch to get off. I think it's a GameStop sticker, right? Madden 12, Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Dishonored, Saints Row 2, a lot of people's favorite, absolute favorite in the series, and between 2 and 3 with me, I think I've said before, it's kind of close. But Saints Row 2 has a better story, I believe, and I mean, you could do a whole lot more in the open world. Crysis 2 and Crysis 3, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 5, Killzone 3, Far Cry 4, Borderlands 2, which is also one, originally it was from my store, coming back to me, coming back home, Walking Dead Survival Instinct, Army of Two, which is a game no less than 3 people told me how much they loved today, and they already had the copy so they didn't get it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of love out there for Army of Two. I just didn't understand how much people actually love the Army of Two series. Payday 2, and World at War. The next is turned in from one person. Well, after these two things, to the right it is. We have a travel case for the Switch, and I figure I'm going to sell that for like 15 bucks. What do you think? Is that a fair price for a travel case like that? And also, a little bitty box. 24 game cards can fit in the Switch. Isn't that awesome? Those are tiny. I don't have a Switch, but I'm kind of shocked at how tiny that is. I'm thinking about maybe possibly selling these both as a combo for 20. What do you think? Should I sell those both for 20 or keep them separate? And to the right here, we have Hitman, Batman Arkham Asylum, Sacred 2, and Sacred 3. Are these online-only games? If that's the case, then pretty much those are just cases. I'm not really selling them if people can't get online anymore. Last but not least, these two things are awesome. It is a Prima Games official, in great condition too, the Ultimate Code Book. Over 28,000 cheat codes. Pretty much there's anything in there. All the cheats that you'd ever want. You know, any cheat is available for you. Pretty much any cheat that you would want from the PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and even PC cheats. All that you can't do here is cheat on your wife. And we have the big PlayStation book. Code strategies for over 200. Well, it's a much bigger book. This one supposedly has 28,000. And this has for over 200 games. But there's probably a lot more codes just for individual games there. And that's only $15.99. Actually, that's a case where that's not a bad deal for a big PlayStation book. That thing is huge. Let's open this book for a second. Random page. I saw Grand Theft there. Just flipping through this thing, man. That is just freaking awesome. I'm not even going to sell this. This is just so freaking awesome to see a book like this. I know you can get online and look up cheat codes, but there's nothing quite like having a big book like this. And once you get a new PlayStation 1 game, wow. It's just such a great book. I mean, it's kind of a bummer it's not color, but for this turn-in, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. So I think this was really fair for both me and the customers who buy from me sometimes and then trade things in. $220. I think that is fantastic for both sides.